That's right, folks. We on our hook mode this evening. That's right. That's right. It's not like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, your boy, the Silverback Outsider, coming to you live from the BX. I do that every week now because I know it. Mongo just loves when I do it. I know he fucking loves when he hears the snarl. He doesn't know what to think of it. I just love it. Speaking of speaking of Mongo, joining us from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Give it up for our boy, the producer, Mr. O2 himself, Mr. Major Sleep, Mr. Mongo.
Uh,
we adding major sleep to it too. Is that what we're doing?
Major Sleeps. That's it.
I see. What's going on, brother?
Cool.
How you doing, man? Oh man. Shut up.
That's a good one. Major Sleeps. I like that one myself.
It's going on the list.
Joining us also from Louisville, Kentucky. He is our defending, reigning predictions champion. Give it up for the boy. Give it up for the boy, Matty Reigns. What's going on?
Don't thumbs down me, Mr. O2. Don't thumbs down me.
Major Sleeps. We don't discriminate around.
Major Sleeps. Acknowledge me. What's good people? We made it through the week. For some of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. I don't. I got Good Friday off. So it's the weekend now for me. But I'm ready to talk some wrestling. I'm glad to be off.
Who you telling? I'm actually off tomorrow too. So
yeah,
let's get it. All right, folks. Believe it or not, there really wasn't much in wrestling news this week. We had some wrestling action that really happened that we'll get into. But I guess the major news this week would have to do with contracts. We have certain people who contracts are coming to an end. Major players within certain promotions whose contracts are coming to an end. The first being our boys, somebody that, me and Mike have taken on the personas of as a tag team. Our boys, the Good Brothers, their contract will be expiring at the end of July. Where do we see them going? Those of you who don't know, the Good Brothers, Gallows, excuse me, Gallows and my man, damn it, I'm drawing a blank right now. Anderson. All right, Gallows and Carl Anderson. They are now currently signed with Impact, and their contract is coming to an end. Of course, we always know that Good Brothers can go back to Japan and make their bread, but they've gotten used to being on the stateside, making stateside money.
Right.
Where do we see them going? Do we see them re-signing with Impact? Even though the Briscoes are in there now, do we see them going to that super stacked AEW roster where they have no room for anybody?
Well, or they're not going. They're not going to WWE.
I was about to say, or are they going to WWE, which needs them?
Honestly, yeah.
WWE, I would love if they went there.
Dying for some kind of tag team help.
They killed their tag team division with every budget cut.
They did. They've torn it down.
You let the Revival go. You let the Good Brothers go. You let Enzo and Cass go. They come to find out Enzo didn't even do anything, so that made it even look even worse.
They could go to AEW. But I mean,
should they go to AEW though?
Should they? No,
absolutely not.
No tag team should go to AEW right now.
No person, period. Unless no person, period, should go to AEW right now.
I mean, it's just like of all the complaints I've got about AEW, the one thing they have that I can never deny is just a stacked tag division from top to bottom. It's stacked. It's topped off.
They should really be called AETW. All
It
Elite Tag Wrestling.
going there is it's gonna get more loaded down. Like that's the thing about the Briscoes would go in there cool, but at a certain point, the teams that are building up homegrown talent are gonna start getting knocked off more. Or they start Private Party kind of have to do the whole Matt Hardy, Andrade thing, kind of take away what they were doing originally.
They got trumped. Their story got pushed to the back burner thanks to WWE guys.
Right now, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are doing really well, tag champions, but
they're on the back burner.
If the Briscoes go there, or if the Good Brothers end up going there, and you got FTR, the Young Bucks, when Phoenix comes out, you have Penta and Phoenix. It's a lot.
Honestly, another tag team that gets slept on too, the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed is a young tag.
The Acclaimed is going to be doing big things. Those guys are hella talented.
Right.
That's a great group for them to just kind of
I'm gonna say something right now. The Acclaim would be world tag team champs right now, and Max Caster would be the world champ within 2 years if they were in WWE.
That is a ballsy claim.
At some point they gotta stop just focusing on them rapping and more on their wrestling ability.
That's exactly why I say Max Caster would be world champion within 2 years if they were in WWE, because WWE thrives off the dramatics. They thrive off the promos, and he can cut a promo that would boost his ass so much in WWE. That's the problem with AEW. No one can cut a promo because everything is I'm better than you. Yeah. There are no writers. The only person that's writing is Max, and he's writing for himself, coming up with, let's be realistic, he's coming up with some shit better than John Cena would at the time. Let's be realistic.
It's that personality is the thing that keeps you of everybody else. And
look at Miz.
Yeah, and the Miz actually got a lot. And we can talk about this later if we want to. The Miz got a lot of hate online this week because he looks like he's going to be Cody's first feud, maybe, but he ended up just being one match. The people were upset because Cody's fighting Miz for his first match on Raw. It's like
that was a whole perfect Twitter debate.
That's a perfect
Twitter.
We can get to that later.
We'll get to that, but that's the best thing to do, because whether people want to realize this or not, the Miz has been holding down WWE almost 10 years. He's been holding down WWE for almost 10 years.
Miz has done it all. Literally.
A two-time Grand Slam champion. That's a lot.
Right. But let's go back to the Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers, I think the smart thing to do would be to stick with Impact. Go work all your indie dates. They're working with New Japan too, so is AEW. But they're the big dogs in a small pond. Big fish in a small pond, big dogs. Big fish in a small pond. I'm going to blame them on the drugs. Whereas if they go to AEW, it's going to be pretty easy to see they're the Bullet Club, but that's really
it.
Not all they got. Because
they're Bullet Club adjacent.
Gallows and these just have not gotten any better. He feels like his legs are just falling apart. Anderson can still,
Anderson can go. Anderson can go. Anderson, if they want the Good Brothers to survive in AEW, what they would have to do is focus on Anderson being a singles wrestler.
Let Gallows be like some muscle.
Exactly. That's what they would. Because Gallows got the Kevin Nash knees. He got the Kevin Nash knees. I've been saying that for years.
Gallows ain't
slowly falling apart. He's really not.
He's younger than Carl. Carl was in his.
Carl is my age now. I think Carl is 40. I think Carl is 40 now.
And I think Gallows is my age.
Right, like
Doc is
36, 35 or something like that.
he's
Like
38.
Who's 38?
Doc is 38.
Oh no, he is not my age.
Carl is 42.
Dang, he older than Kenny. See?
But
and
still,
and let's
he's still
be
going.
and he's in better shape than me. Let's keep it 100.
Gallows
Motherfucker.
is older than Kenny. That's in physical form. Gallows is older than Kenny, y'all.
We've seen
That man's
Carl
knees is like
have
80.
great singles matches. Whether it was an Impact, or doing stuff for AEW, or New Japan when he was a Intercontinental Champion.
I was getting ready to say, wasn't he a single champion in New Japan?
He was.
Yeah, Carl Anderson.
He got to the finals of the G1 once.
Yep.
He's always been like great in it. So yeah, that would be a great thing to do for them. But if you're going to have them to be a tag team, they can't keep up with AEW's tag.
Their weaknesses will be highlighted instantly.
Mm-hmm. They can't keep up with the Bucks. They can't keep up with FTR.
They don't high fly at all.
Here's the thing. I'll give you a team that isn't even like that they can't keep up with because they have someone who can match Gallows. Jurassic Express. Luchasaurus is the same size as Gallows, and you can see the difference in someone with healthy knees and non-healthy knees.
Luchasaurus is a freak of nature. He is incredibly athletic.
He's a goat.
Insanely athletic. I just don't see them working out well as far as like a mainstay attraction. Whereas, they could be like, they can hang out with Kenny and the Bucks, or they can hang out with Cole and Red Dragon.
That's the thing.
That's as far as they can really go.
And they won't be relevant until Omega comes back. Let's be realistic, because those are Omega's boys.
Yeah, Kenny, I don't even know if Kenny's had his last surgery yet. Kenny's like
fucked up.
He had a lot of problems.
And the style of wrestling that he does in AEW and what AEW likes to promote didn't help any of those fucking injuries.
No.
Didn't help any of those.
If they knew he was that hurt that early, he should not have done half the shit he did.
He shouldn't have been double champ. He shouldn't have been double champ.
But that's just going on to show how great Kenny really is.
You know what? I bet, and I'll just say this real quick. I bet he probably wouldn't have worked through all those injuries if the pandemic hadn't have happened, because they had just started the company, and they just started the company, and then the pandemic hit.
If they had like a good year or two, no pandemic, he probably wouldn't have done that whole entire time. I wouldn't think so, because it put a lot of their plans on delay.
Exactly. Like we got blood. We had Blood and Guts promoted and never happened.
Mm-hmm. It's so
yes, it did. Oh, whoa! Yes, it did. Every fucking week. Every fucking week. Every fucking week. What the hell are you talking about?
We didn't have War Games.
There was Blood and Guts every fucking
week with Mox and Vega.
No, that was Blood and that was Guts and oh my God, is that boy dead? That's what that was. But we'll definitely get into that. Matter of fact, good segue. I'm about to say good segue, Mongo. My man Major Sleeps on the move today.
Right, he ain't sleeping on segues.
He ain't sleep on them segues.
Because I woke up 2 hours ago.
Speaking of Mox, John Moxley, pretty much a cornerstone of AEW right now. Let's be realistic. He really is. His contract is up at the end of May.
And we all know where he's going.
Right where the fuck he's at. He's staying right where the fuck he's at.
He ain't going no WWE. We ain't gonna see Dean. Not no time soon.
We will see him there eventually.
But
he's not going to be Dean though. He's going to be John Moxley. But
we did crack jokes in the chat about what would happen if Mox did show up. Mox showing up in Roman's dressing room on the phone with Renee. Hey, Renee, you got to see this fucking couch. There's no rips or nothing. We can really get busy in here.
This was like in our living room.
Right, like this son of a bitch got champagne. Can we spell that word? But we know Mox is staying in AEW, especially now with the whole Blackpool. Yeah. Yeah,
You gotta
so
be careful on those letters. You gotta be careful on those letters.
I'm so tempted to buy that hoodie of theirs. It's literally just the same one like my Bullet Club one, except it just says their stuff on it. But it's through that other place that nobody messes with because they like to just let people's info get shared. So
listen, I'm not buying that shirt because it's too much to BBC. It's too much to fucking big black cock, and I'm not wearing that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm not. I mean, granted, I have one. Granted, I have one, but I don't want to walk around with a shirt that says big black cock all the fucking time. All right, like if you look at me, you're gonna know I have it. But I'm just saying, I don't need to broadcast.
I just don't want to buy anything from PWT.
But like, if I wear that, are people gonna look at me like, what happens? What do we go for?
Mongo, if you win, we're gonna get a whole new fan base, brother. Whole new fan base. One that's not even thought of. All right. But
anyway, Mox is not leaving. He's staying. There's no reason for him to go.
He's doing what he likes.
If he did, it would be kind of like a Cody thing. We're like, all right, we're gonna admit whatever you did. You know, we're gonna have you be Mox. But I don't know what he would really fit because he's not gonna beat Roman.
No,
he's not beating Roman. It's not because I think WWE guy should be AEW guy, whatever. I don't think they would have him beat Roman. And he is a former world champion in both companies. Where do you slide him into when Roman's at the top? And the only guy that's close to Roman is Brock, who beat the shit out of him the last time they saw each other.
Here's the thing. Not even that. Where does Moxley's persona and character fit in with WWE?
It doesn't really.
John Moxley does not fit in WWE, and that's why he was Dean Ambrose. And then
Mox all about that blood and that hard hitting shit that WWE just doesn't want to do.
What up, Reggie?
Hello, Reggie. And there was a time in WWE where they were starting to get more hard hitting stuff and trying to get more intense matches. And then they just decided to kill it and give us whatever they give us on Tuesdays now. So
listen, hold on. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I can say that I'm enjoying. I enjoy. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, some blood in the match is cool. So I enjoy AEW on certain aspects when it comes down to that. Yeah. Like the Yuta Wheeler and Mox match. That needed blood. I'm not gonna lie. It was an excessive amount. It was an excessive. But that matchup needed blood because that matchup was literally about a kid who was supposed to get pounded out and have the shit beat out of him.
He got pounded out and got the shit beat out of him.
Wow, and that kind of goes in with the BBC thing, huh? That kind of goes in with the BBC thing, huh?
I was gonna let that slide.
Getting pounded out and the shit coming to get definitely goes.
It wasn't just that. This is a match we've seen twice before, and both times Mox beat the absolute shit out of Yuta.
Right.
He really got the offense in. So this is the stories that AEW is really great at telling.
Right. This is one of the few.
Coming back, beat again, but this time that shit was close.
This time he got beat to the point of getting respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of thing that AEW was great at.
And that's gonna lead us to them all standing in the ring. They're gonna tell him to come out here, and Regal gives a speech. You know what? You're one of us. You proved yourself.
Well, he's there now. But
he's there now. They gave him his T-shirt and everything. Daniel Bryan actually put the pure title on him after the match with Mox. That kind of solidified that he was with them.
I wish this aired last night on the show, but it didn't. But after the show,
Danhausen. Okay. All right. Hold on. Due to recent activity that I have seen between Danhausen and certain AEW stars, I am starting to like Danhausen.
Coming around, don't you?
I didn't say that he was going to be one of my boys. I'm starting to like Danhausen.
Look, the Mountie was a funny.
That was the funny. That was
That was a
some
funny
funny
skit.
shit. That was some
Look,
funny ass shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Our boy Jeremy Timmerman said that on Twitter that it was a shame that he hated doing that stuff because he was really funny at that stuff. Like the Mock's not liking the comedy, I get, but he was funny when they had him.
Man, what was the name of that plant?
Oh, Mitch.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a One Love R.I.P. Mitch funeral.
R.I.P. Mitch.
And then, like last night, he showed it a little bit because BCC comes down to the ring, and Yuta has a friend that's from the area, so he's like, "All right, come on down," and it's Danhausen. And Mox is like, "Who the fuck is this?" And Yuta's like, "That's Danhausen. We go way back," and he goes, "I don't want you hanging around with this guy anymore. Go do 10 push-ups."
No, the funniest shit that I saw from Mox yesterday was when they were talking about their trios match they have coming up with the Gun Club. Mox said, "I don't know what the fuck a Gun Club is, but I know I don't fucking like it." I was like, "All right, I like this."
Like something Kenny would say.
I'm like, I like this. I like this right here. I can fuck with that. So Mox, the only place for Mox besides AEW is New Japan.
That or like if he wants to hang out with CZW, that stuff. But he needs to go to a place that like kind of excels in the violence, which is just not WWE's thing.
He'll go back to WWE when he's ready to tune it down, cash one last check,
cash that Shield check,
get some Shield money from me because I'm a Shield mark.
You damn sure are.
Listen, I will bring up one other signing for AEW that I'm very interested in seeing. Khan, who was formerly with Shane Taylor Productions, has signed with AEW. Yep. And it looks like Tully Blanchard is going to be his guy. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what they do with him.
Super Card of Honor was him and what's the other guy's name? Toa something. They're going to be tag team. Them and then Brian Cage. That's a good little 3-person group right there with Tully as a backup as a manager. I'm interested in that. I think that's going to be. There's a lot of good stuff brewing. That's
a great way to use Tully too. Instead of having him with well, he didn't need to revert.
FTR didn't need
Neither of them needed each other.
No. Especially now that they're face, there's no reason. But honestly, AEW this week had a lot of great stuff happen.
They had a lot of great stuff and a lot of shit stuff.
Like a match or two was kind of like not great.
They had a WWE week. That's what they had.
Dynamite had like a really great match to end the night. And then they pulled the most WWE move I've ever seen them pull in their 3 years of existence.
Okay, since you want to get into that, let's talk about the AEW show. Then,
all right.
Let's talk about the AEW show. First of all, let's do a little quick review on Raw. Nothing.
Yeah, you had Cody.
Hold on.
Okay. Wait. Cody and
Phil Dominic.
That
Ray didn't help him.
Ray was in the because Ray knew. First of all, why ain't nobody tell me Viz's eyes was cocked like a fucking 38 pistol?
All I know is
that man's eyes is like this.
This father proves. This helps me and Kenny's argument that we have always been saying that Ray fucking sucks. See, he didn't even help his son. But does that mean that he knows Eddie is that boy's actual daddy? Is that why you didn't want to help him? Because you realized that he's not your son when he came out dressed up like his actual dad at WrestleMania? Is that why you let him die?
Because he had the exact same outfit that Eddie had on.
I mean, we saw the mullet. We saw the mullet.
I mean, when I saw him, I was like, yo, why he look like Sting from Great American Bash? I didn't even think of Eddie. I thought of that instantly.
Okay, Reggie is bringing up something. He said the greatest thing that happened in wrestling to this week didn't come from the ring, came from the wife of the silverback. This week, ladies and gentlemen, my wife made a very good comparison when she said that Braun Strowman with his new haircut looks like the mayor of Munchkinland. And it's holding true. It's holding true. If you haven't seen Braun Strowman's new haircut, check it out. But that's neither here nor there. Um, AEW had Raw. We're gonna go into Raw. Raw had Veer kill Dominic, like you said. Ray stood in the back and catering eating salmon. Ray didn't even get into the goddamn ammo lamps with his son. Did you notice that? Ray didn't even get into the fucking ambulance. So Ray stayed in catering, chilling. Okay, because he was backstage. The other thing that happened is we got the introduction of the feud of Miz and Cody. Now, Mongo, you wanted to bring that up that people were going crazy on Twitter because they said that.
Yeah. So people were going off, AEW fans specifically, hardcore AEW fans, were saying that Cody going to WWE's first match on Raw is such a step down for him because it was The Miz. And I actually saw people saying Cody's first match is The Miz, Joe's first match is Minoru Suzuki. Like Joe's first match was against Max Caster. Joe's first match is not against Minoru Suzuki. But also, Miz was the WWE champion last year.
Miz, as you stated,
of the company last year.
Then, as you stated, he's the only two-time Grand Slam champion.
The man has done literally everything. Twice.
Except for King of the Ring, which they got rid of for a long time while he was there.
Yeah, if they had King of the Ring in his earlier years, he probably would have won that. He's probably around the time he was U.S. champion when he first got that. Probably would have had that too.
He's won the U.S. title, the IC title, the world title, tag team championships, money in the bank.
I think all he's got left, the King of the Ring, the Rumble, and the Universal Championship, which WWE Championship's the same thing, so it really doesn't matter. Regardless of what you think of The Miz, and this is the thing, you can like whatever kind of wrestling you like. There's wrestling to fit every need and everybody wants. It's out there. Whatever you think of The Miz, he is the perfect opponent for Cody because he is exactly what WWE is.
Sports entertainment.
The perfect. This is WWE. That's what The Miz is. And Cody is supposed to be the antithesis. He comes in and he says, "I want to be a wrestler." And Miz goes, "Superstar."
Sorry.
I'm here for a belt. Belts, hold your pants up.
Title.
That was the point. The point when people were like, "Oh, Cody flubbed his." No, he didn't. That was the point. That Cody's an outsider coming back to get what's his. That's the whole point. And what he does first is he beats Seth, who is WWE's top,
athlete.
And then he goes after one of the most important people in the company, Miz.
Right now, he's also
you can't have him go right to Roman. You can't have him do right to Roman.
And then also what they're doing is low key, what no one's paying attention to is they're building Cody up as a super. Cody right now is billed as the second top babyface on Raw behind AJ.
Mm-hmm.
They're building him up to be the top babyface. They had him take down Seth, who's one of the top heels. They're gonna have him take down Miz, who's definitely one of the top heels. Okay, so they're building Cody up to be the number one babyface. When he gets to that point of being the number one babyface, that's when he'll challenge Roman.
And you know what? If they really, honestly, I think they should pull the trigger on that.
I don't.
He's probably going to beat Roman.
I don't want them to pull the trigger on it. I don't want them to pull the trigger on it. I
I
want
don't
them.
even think he's going to beat Roman, honestly.
if they
I
don't,
think
it's
I don't
fine.
want no I don't want them to pull the trigger on it because I want them to make Roman be like, fuck you thought you was gonna come back here and take over some shit because you was gone? Sit your ass back down in that mid card where you belong, and then have him grab the mid card title and try to say, you know what, this is the working man's title. Try to do what they wanted to do with the TNT title.
I think the reason, and I know that he did this to himself. And I don't know why he did it, but when he was like, "I want to win a world championship," I think if they didn't say, "Hey, we'll make you a world champion," he wouldn't be here.
With the
So
fuck you WWE song.
he's good with the song, and not only that, WWE is like, "Hey, if you go on the social media, they're like, hey, here are the lyrics to Cody's song. Hey, here are all the links to Cody's song. Hey, did you know the Cody's song is at number 1 on Spotify?" Like, they're really pushing Kingdom.
Because somebody was smart enough to tell them to buy something with regards to that song. They bought something to that, whether it be write something. They're getting something from that song, which is why they're pushing it that hard.
Well, I mean, he is the outsider. That's the outside song.
My father's son.
But I think he's gonna win it. And if he doesn't win it off Roman, he's gonna win it off somebody else. But he's gonna be a world champion.
You're gonna be a world champion.
That's why I don't think he's beating Roman. We
don't
know how long this unified title thing is going to last.
Beat Roman?
That's been the big thing this week on the podcast that I listened to. They had a whole like 15, 30-minute discussion. They're like, well, who could it be? Because they're like, could it be Cody? And they're like, no, it can't be Cody. But we all know Cody is eventually going to win.
I keep hearing rumbles of Randy Orton being the guy to beat Roman.
Randy could do it, and I don't think you'd lose a lot, but I think Randy. I'd rather go to someone that needs to push.
And this shows you how bad WWE has kind of low-key booked themselves into a corner with Roman as this unified champion. Who is going to beat Roman? That's the number one question. We want to see Roman versus Rock. But if you're going to if you want, it's like, all right, if this is Rock's last match, Rock is going to want to do the honorable thing and lose.
Does Rock cost Roman the title?
All right, it's like it's some way, somehow you have to get the title because you want Rock to win. Okay, then if Rock wins, he's champion. But then it puts you in a whole nother corner. Who's going to be? Rock's not going to. The movie studio is not going to let that man wrestle another match after he just wrestled against his cousin. Well, if Roman wins,
I got a quick question. Who would you like to see? Even if we know they might not have no chance in hell. Who would you like to see? Anyone?
Jay.
I
want to be Jay.
Who'd you say?
Jey Uso.
Okay.
Jey Uso should have beat him sometime 2 years ago. Last year, he should have. They had it lined up, and everyone was behind Jay, even when they were first like, I don't see it. I don't know about Jay.
It would have been a great title reign.
Everyone cared.
We've seen worse WWE champions. One-time WWE champion. Hell, Mr. McMahon was a WWE champion.
Like you could have pulled that trigger. And now I don't know if it's too late now. They can still do it. Because that's the most entertaining thing we ever got out of Roman with this storyline. I've loved Tribal Chief Roman. I just don't think anything's topped the Uso Roman stuff when they've been at.
You're right, Greg. That was the perfect time because stuff was already crazy. We were sitting at home. We got to see Otis as Money in the Bank.
Exactly.
And they realized the error of their ways and reversed that and had it as Miz, but it was fun.
Montez Ford is somebody who I absolutely thought of as well. Somebody that
Finn Because Finn should have beat him when he was the demon.
That was the stupidest. The top rope.
A
broke.
rope.
Yeah,
A rope killed the demon.
The top rope broke.
Finn's BBC killed the top rope.
Oh God.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh God.
The demons BBC killed the top rope. That's what it was.
Oh. and a second option, we're not gonna go Finn. We're gonna go to the person who technically still has his number.
Seth
freaking Rollins.
Seth's never lost to Roman.
Listen, Seth is a logical answer. I said somebody that we probably know won't win. Yeah. Seth is a very logical.
Finn is definitely, because Finn's not winning.
Yeah,
he's the new Jeff Hardy.
Montez won't do it, even though Montez will be a world champion. Mark my words. He and Bianca will be champions together in the near future.
You know what would be fire as a storyline if he
Braun? Yeah, I know. Braun would be great.
No. If Roman kept talking all this shit, even the Usos are like, they've turned back into the beginning when he was tribal chief. They're like, nah, you're tripping. And that's how they like debut Solo. Like, we got someone who can take care of you and have Solo beat his ass. Like, that'd be
a heck of a debut on the main roster if they decide to have Solo do it out the gate. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't hate it.
I'm gonna throw somebody out there that neither one of y'all are gonna. Both of y'all gonna look at me like, "Are you stupid?" I want the Ricochet that was in New Japan that wore the crown.
Prince
Puma.
The Prince.
I want the Prince to do it.
If they actually gave a shit about Ricochet,
I want the
Ricochet could be on top.
I would love that. I would love. That's why I was like, throw somebody that's clear out the blue. That you would be like, who? No way in hell they would do it. But I would love to see Prince.
Ricochet would be fire. Would be fire if he.
With that attitude. Gotta have that attitude.
Or even Apollo with Paul Heyman by his side.
The arrogance of old Ricochet. I can see it.
You're right. Apollo. Ooh.
Because remember, that's who Roman was talking to.
Apollo.
He pushed him to start acting like he is before he got all crapped on. But, I mean, that was the whole reasoning he became IC champ.
Apollo would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you're going kind of out of the blue, Apollo would work. I know I've seen people say, it's going to be Braun. Braun's going to be like, I don't want Braun to be the one to beat Roman. I don't think Braun needs to beat Roman. And I like Braun. I don't think he needs it.
Braun does not need to go. Braun doesn't need anything like that, considering we all complained about Roman being shoved down our throats. There's no reason. Like, they already have started it with Braun slightly. They had him
slightly.
Then they had him lose. They had him get dolphed. Then they had him get dolphed some more. And then they finally, after those 2 Dolph losses, he got cooled off on Raw because those people did not give 2 shits about that match on Raw. And now even when he beat Walter, we're like.
See, Reggie brought up somebody that I have such conflicting feelings with when it comes down to beating Roman. Because, low-key, I don't know if many people know this. I'm a John Cena fan. All right? It ain't low-key. When I hear that music pop off.
We're all John Cena fans.
When I hear that music pop off, listen. John Cena! Right in my fucking house. Grown-ass man at the television, yes. Unfortunately, yes. That's me. But John Cena winning, I would absolutely love it because I'm a big John Cena fan. I wouldn't love it because I'm also a big Roman fan. And I wouldn't want Roman to lose. I wouldn't want Roman to lose. If you've watched this podcast for a while, you know how I feel about part-timers. If you're a part-timer, stay a part-timer. That's how I feel. I don't really want you in a main title position if you're a part-timer. and Cena would be a part timer. And Roman has been carrying this company for over 500 days with him being champ. Well over 500 days with him being champ. So I wouldn't want him to lose it to that type of person. Hey, Mama Bush. I wouldn't want Roman to lose it to somebody that's like that. I want Roman
Right.
to, if he's going to lose it, I want him to lose it to somebody that's been there week after week after week, that we have noticed developing but haven't noticed developing, and Roman has kept this person out of his even thought process. Like,
Mhm.
who the fuck is that? Whatever, and then out the blue, boom. I'm more. I think I would rather have Roman lose on a fluke win than
A
them
Money in
try
the
to
Bank cash in.
something like that, than have them actually build up a legit contender for him.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, they booked him into a corner. So I think the best way to get out of that jam is to have a fluke win over him. Have a fluke win over him, and from there you can throw in other aspects of it. You know what I
Because
mean?
everything that has happened so far, we can all tie back into the unfortunate case of Roman testing positive for COVID, which led us into this clusterfuck that we are now currently in, that I have been calling the end game, even though it is really not ended. We're still in the end game
Yeah,
because
if Roman
we've
didn't get
booked
COVID,
ourselves.
Brock wasn't gonna.
Brock would have lost. We would have been done. But
You might have
then,
got a rematch at Mania, but it would have been with both belts. It would have just
right,
been. So we're stuck here.
we have a unified championship that they really weren't planning to do, and they still like see reports on Twitter every other week. They're saying, well, they don't really know what they were planning to do. We don't know if they're going to create a new title for Raw, but for right now, the top champion is Finn Balor,
Mm.
Who keeps losing to Theory?
who keeps losing. Who had the only his last
Who
win?
is probably going to lose to Theory?
Who got
He's
his
probably
name chopped off? He ain't Austin no more, y'all. Stone
that boy
Cold
just Theory.
stunnered that off of him.
And I've been speaking of Theory. I've been seeing on Twitter how everyone has been praising him for having one of the best sellers all time of the Stunner.
Oh, at Mania. I mean, it was a
Yeah,
pretty good sell.
That stunner
Pretty good
was
sell.
that sell was
Pretty good
sick.
sell. And he had a little bit of the rock of like the actual flop at the end of it. Like it was good. Everyone likes, like, everyone that I see that like works with the guy really likes Theory. Everyone thinks he's great in the ring. Everyone thinks he absorbs a lot of information backstage. The thing about Theory is always going to be
The allegations.
the allegations. It's always going to be an issue.
but wasn't it proven that he was like 19 and she was like
It was revealed that the person that said that she was underage was currently when she said she was underage, she was in nursing, in a nursing program. So she couldn't have been. I think she's claimed she was 13, but she was in a nursing program in the year that she claimed it had happened, which means that she would have been way older than that. So that wouldn't have. That's the thing. It is, and then she deleted her stuff. So that's when it comes down to, what do you believe the accuser? Do you believe that?
yeah,
And that's
well, you
when it
know
gets
what?
fishy. That's when it gets fishy.
I'm
That's
not
when it
a
gets dirty.
I didn't take any kind of oath to serve and protect, so I don't know anything about that type of law. I'm not even going to get into it.
That's the same thing that happened with MSK. It comes down to he said, she said. What do you do?
I didn't take any kind of oath to serve and protect.
Anyway, so yeah, Raw didn't have a lot going on.
Ciampa kept his name. Austin lost his.
Ciampa kept his name. Thank
NXT.
God. NXT. The next person coming down from the main roster, which was Natalya.
Natalya is back in NXT. She back again, y'all.
with Corey Jade. which is interesting.
It's interesting because why did you put her in this whole you rose her up, had her lose, and now you're with Natty.
Natty. Yeah, that was weird. That's pretty weird. That I didn't get. But another thing that happened besides Natty being there, we got the crowning.
New tag team champions.
No, we got two. Actually, we got two crownings. We got the crowning of new tag team champions, me and Matt, Pretty Deadly.
Matt's favorite tag team.
Yeah, not my favorite tag team, but they are pretty and they damn are deadly.
It's your boy Kenny Kit Wilson.
What's their finish from? Like the spoiled milk?
Well, right?
Something like that?
Yeah,
Something...
spoiled milk. Mm-hmm. But the other big thing that I got from that whole thing was NXT replenished their tag division very, very nicely. Those teams in that gauntlet showed that they are going to be able to carry NXT until the next wave comes in. And I told y'all from day one, the Creed brothers,
boys can go.
Julius and Brutus.
Look, I can't get over those damn names.
Nah, those are perfect.
They look like them though. They look like those are their names. They look like their gimmick names.
Doesn't it look like it looks like you can see Julius standing in a corner going, when they're little, going, Brutus, fight harder. For some reason, you can see that going on. And that little stumpy midget just doing it. So, Julius and Brutus fits them. Julius and Brutus Creed, mark my words, are going to dominate NXT and dominate the main roster so much that WWE is going to have to pay them whatever they want to keep them. Because once their contract goes, everybody's going to want them. I'm telling you, the Creed brothers are the next move. And you bring Malcolm Bivens with them.
Oh, Bivens he's main roster ready.
Bivens is money.
He's been main roster ready.
But a team that I didn't know that I was really going to be into that much.
Briggs and Jensen.
They stopped that freaky jump.
I like Josh Briggs when he was in Evolve. I saw him when they first did that 10-year anniversary deal, and I kind of kept up with it. And then they brought him in, cut his hair, made him a redneck, and I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
And then oh yeah, he's trying to get his tag team partner laid. What? Why the fuck? Why are we doing
that? That's what I was out on them when they started that. I was like, okay. I was like, I understand NXT 2.0 is supposed to be stupid. This is even too stupid for me.
But man, that stuff sucks. I don't like any of that stuff. But as a team,
they're good as shit.
Two big drinking bruisers. I like it. I like it a lot.
Jensen and Briggs are definitely, like I said, they replenish their tag division very, very quickly.
GYV still. You still got Legado. One of which just got a name change.
Right.
Cruz del Toro.
That name sounds cool as hell, though.
It's not
that name sounds cool as hell. Like, that's a cool name change.
It's not Gunther. It's not bad.
It ain't Doo-Doo Drop.
It ain't Dewdrop. You're right. Good God. So yeah, all in all, that was a decent episode of NXT. Dynamite had some good stuff.
Baddie section.
The baddie section had some good stuff. Had some bad stuff.
AEW had a WWE week.
So
No. We're not gonna skip over that bad stuff. Listen, hold on. AEW fans, hardcore AEW fans, I'm gonna need you to realize something. Roddy Strong wife fucking sucks. She fucking sucks. No, that move is not supposed to look like that. No, that wasn't a classic. Oh, that's what she does. No. She fucking sucks. I don't give a fuck about what you put on the bottom of this fucking screen. One person. Yeah, you damn right. It's my fucking view.
Read the end of it.
But we all
But we
agree
all
on
agree
this
on
one.
this one. She fucking sucks. And I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, she's getting better." Dude, she was in NXT for mad long, sucking.
She was in
She's-
developmental sucking.
Thank you.
She never
Thank you.
developed. You know what
Like-
happens when you don't develop in developmental? You get fired.
You get wish good luck in your future endeavors.
And they hoping that future endeavor is not wrestling.
She fucking sucks. Stop. Not everybody that can put a chokehold on somebody is a fucking technical professional. No, I can put a chokehold on some fucking body. Does that make me a fucking professional wrestler? I have slammed plenty of fucking people in street fights. Does that make me a fucking professional wrestler? I'm pretty sure I DDT'd a kid in the 5th grade. I'm pretty fucking sure I did. Does that make me a goddamn wrestler?
Oh, man.
Yo, Marina sucks.
God bless the girl that had to sell for her.
Sky Blue.
Yes. I hope she got paid handsomely.
Sky fucking blue.
I hope she got paid handsomely for
Man,
that.
I said it in the chat. Jade got a lot better than when she first started out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Marina
Let's see what
has
happens. Let's see what happens. Well, maybe it's maybe an AEW. I'm willing to see what happens.
Mongo, we've seen this motherfucker for at least 5 years sucking.
I'm willing to see.
Mongo.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fifth.
I'm willing to see what happens. But I will say this: that match is kind of terrible.
I can tell you what's
Match
gonna
is
happen.
horrific.
The same shit that we saw the past 5 years.
It's gonna be ass.
Complete duty.
I'm trying to be positive because I was told by somebody that I need to be more positive and see things out to their conclusions. So
And guess what?
You know what? Tell that person they need to go to sleep for a while.
You know what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna watch it again. Y'all gonna sit up there and be waiting. And in the words of Joe Budden, it's gonna be 2 packs of ass.
And then what else happened with the women's division? Tony and
Jamie Hayter have a feud going now.
That was
for
cool.
some reason.
Random.
It's not really explained why.
Odd.
It just all of a
It's
sudden
never
they're
explained why in AEW half the time. They just don't
That
like
was another
She
debate
just-
that happened on social media this week about AEW's women's division being either great or terrible, and it's just like it is just not good because I showed you the tweet. It was like for 2-hour show, 20 men, 2 women. Like they got to do better than that.
And all they say is,
Yeah.
"Oh, watch
Well,
Dark."
they're on
I'm
Dark
not
and
watching
Dark Elevation. Like they got
That's nice.
be more
So
on
you're
the main
basic-
show.
Right. So you're basically telling us that Dark is your women's show. That's what you're basically.
They need to, like, what's wrong with saying they should be shown more on the main show? There's nothing wrong with that. That should be a thing. But that's just how it is. But what else happened on Dynamite this week?
What else happened on Dynamite this week?
Well, Joe beat.
Before we get to that, is there anything else we want to talk about?
Oh, we had a really fucking good match. You know what? We had a really good match between Jurassic Express and Redragon.
Yeah, we did the tag title match. Everyone thought Redragon was going to win that, but I'm really starting to like Jurassic Express with the championships. I think they're doing pretty good. They're
It's a reason. I'll give Tony Khan credit. He does a lot of stupid shit, but he was smart. And when Marco disappeared, he was smart and changing the locks.
That was a good move.
Swapping out Marco
Marco,
for Christian. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
that was a better idea. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't need to force him. It was good to have the veteran leading him.
I mean, 3's a party, 4's a crowd. That's a.
Brought to you by D Hub.
Brought to you by Frank Thomas.
Brought to you by the BCC.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that was a good match. Jungle Boy again,
Phenomenal.
world champion one day. Luchasaurus, I think, will have to change his gimmick to be one, but he has all the talent.
if JR is still with us, that gimmick will be changed instantly because he's been calling him Jungle Boy Jack Perry for 48 years.
Jungle Boy Jack, he's never going to stop. And I think, honestly, I'm okay with that. Did y'all see the JR imitator in the crowd? When
That was fucking
JR
funny.
goes, "What the hell?"
And that man was legitimately confused.
He was like, "Wait, is that me? I thought I was me. What the?"
JR is still stuck in 1999, y'all.
Gentlemen, just to let you know, right now in Ring of Honor, I got PCO and Jonah beating the hell out of each other. Just to let you know that.
Ring of Honor.
I mean, not Ring of Impact. Sorry.
I mean, he representing Honor No More, Ring of Honor, all that
Right.
shit.
I see PCO in this.
He's a damn monster. All right, so let's get to the nitty gritty. So the Ring of Honor TV champion Minoru Suzuki, who won the belt at Supercard of Honor, defended
Which
against
wasn't that long ago.
It was on April 7th.
Samoa Joe. And it was one of those things where, like, Suzuki really shouldn't lose here, but damn, Joe shouldn't lose here. So what the fuck?
You saw the writing on the wall. It was like,
Yeah.
look, you put yourself into that corner. Congratulations.
You pulled the WWE and booked
either
yourself.
Suzuki has to lose here clean, or you're going to cost Joe his second match in the company. Okay, so and it was good. It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
That was a great match.
I kind of wanted that on like a pay-per-view, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Like, I would have liked that more if we had like more time with Suzuki as champion.
Listen,
Joe would have more wins under his belt. So then it became like, who the fuck's going to win this? Well, you knew it walking into it who was going to win it.
Listen, Joe and Suzuki, if y'all did not watch that match, these two grown-ass men slapped the fuck out of each other.
20 minutes.
Literally.
20 minutes. Just slaps. Non-stop slaps.
Like, Suzuki slapped Joe a couple of times across the face, and that shit woke Joe up like, hey, motherfucker, what is you doing?
Joe was as red as the border we've got around this podcast right here. That's what Joe looked like.
Joe was redder than them fucking shorts that he wears. Kenny had on red shorts. And he was redder than... Listen, they slapped the piss out of each other.
That red, no blood. Just real red. Just red skin.
Both of them.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a fun way to end the night. And if that was the end of the night...
Hold on 1 second, gentlemen. I gotta let y'all know about some these Skittle jelly beans.
Anytime we get near Easter, yeah, I gotta get me like a bag or two of those.
Skittle jelly beans.
Yeah, Skittle jelly beans now?
You didn't know about
Skittle jelly beans, Brody.
I like Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, I got some of those over there. Too.
Go find your Skittle ones. If that was the end of the show,
perfect.
All in all, probably would have been like an 8 out of 10, like a really great show.
But it wasn't.
But news came out the day before that aired that AEW was going to have an overrun, and people were being told, "Oh, you got to have like your DVR. If you're going to DVR, I got to have the DVR 30 minutes
for like 30 minutes. For like 30 minutes. I'm like,
oh
what?
Shit! An overrun, 30 minutes. What's going to happen? Who's coming? What are they going to do? Right?
It's John Cena.
By the way, Veer's coming is the answer. But we did.
It was the boogeyman.
Are we still doing those jokes? No? Okay. Anyway. So Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt come out They flip off Joe, and then the lights go off at 10 o'clock.
No, here's the thing. Not only do they interrupt and flip off Joe, they do it immediately after the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
The cues was all jacked up. The cues were all jacked up.
We didn't get Suzuki anything.
Where's my favorite joke? What, that he's coming?
They rushed it. They didn't let the damn wind. You're supposed to let the wind breathe and let them build it up on screen, and then they give you the cue. They said, "Fuck that. Cues be damn. Just go on out there." Half a second after 3.
Lethal
we didn't even. Suzuki ran.
Because if he was there when that shit happened, he would have had to,
get his ass beat.
So,
and he didn't sign that contract for extra ass whooping.
Jay and Sanjay show up with a present for Joe. Open the box. It's a middle finger. Oh, that's cute. And the lights go off at 10 o'clock.
Boom.
Like, oh shit. And you know who was rumored to have maybe signed somewhere recently? Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh.
So people were like, "Oh shit, is this Cesaro?"
Shout out to Claudio. He just had a baby.
And then all these like Ring of Honor people, they could have been joining Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt.
Who do we have?
Hold on, don't get ahead of me.
Andrew Bynum, Greg Oden, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh,
none of those men.
Oh, is that giant? I'm you with that. That's Satnam Singh, the basketball player. Yeah, the first ever.
Oh, now that's a lie.
First of all,
that's a joke video.
First of all, can we get that man that was crying face? Can we get that? Like somebody freeze frame that shit.
I can't remember where that's from. I think that's from
Punk. That's when Punk came back. I was like, I'm happy he's back, but damn.
I want to find a video of the lights being off and then that popping up. But because AEW's doesn't have the lights off, it just starts with the guy in the ring. Because people were pissed with the lights being off. And they
probably thought they didn't pay the bill. Like, damn.
So the lights come back on. Satnam Singh shows up, who was a basketball player.
I've never heard of this dude in my life.
That was in basketball. They say he was in the NBA. I don't watch the NBA much. I don't fucking know if he was or not.
If he played, he averaged 0.0 points a game in probably 8 minutes a game.
Where?
When did he just tall? He's just tall for being tall sake.
I don't ever remember seeing
WWE for like a cup of coffee because they made a big deal about it. They were like, "Oh shit, he's gonna be here."
I'm gonna look him up for y'all.
He was drafted to the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, and I've never seen this guy. He would play 2 years in the G League with their Mavericks affiliate, the Texas Legends, starting in 2 of those games.
He was at the Performance Center in 2017, and then he signed in 2021 to All Elite Wrestling.
So he was in the G League.
He was in the G League. In 2018, he signed as part of the National Basketball League of Canada. In 2019, he failed a drug test for the South Asian Games. He was given a 2-year ban by NADA that ended in November 2021.
All right. Now here's the actual video.
So he was in the G League.
Yep, 7'2".
We get to see a little of what he can do.
Oh, good God. Look. Oh, is that giant? I know exactly where that's Satnam Singh.
I know exactly who that is. No, you don't. Someone.
Native of India drafted into the NBA. He's been working out.
Do you hear those boos?
One of the biggest subdivisions I've ever seen.
Do you hear those fans? Do you hear them chanting?
I would have been.
That was not boos of like, oh, they're attacking Joe.
This is bullshit.
What the fuck is this? This was the most WWE thing I have ever seen them do. And I told this to somebody that I know. all they had to do to make this not this bad and make people not pissed off, instead of doing the lights, just have him walk through the crowd. And then while Jay Lethal and Sandra are distracting Joe, you have the camera cut to that guy walking through the crowd. You're like, oh, what? That motherfucker's huge. Holy shit.
And chop him and just do
That's all you got to
simple
do.
chop.
But no, you cut the lights off, which is the symbol of either two things.
Bring.
Cool.
One in AW, two things. One, House of Black.
Right. That's who I thought it was at first.
So something cool.
Two, a debut of someone that people know.
Yeah.
Bring.
So neither of those things happened. And I feel bad for the guy because I don't, this might work out pretty well. I do.
I don't.
Like, it's not,
I don't.
It's not this guy's fault.
Yeah, it is, because you seen what AEW was getting into before you signed them, before you signed the contract.
But he threw a really bad clothesline. He did the brain thing. I guess I'm not.
He did the great Khali. He's doing all the great Khali moves.
Apparently, according to Meltzer, and I feel like I can trust him on this. I can trust him on this just because it's just giving basic stuff. The guy hasn't even started training yet. So they showed him a few moves, had him do this debut, because in the blurb, at the end of this little blurb, it says he will start training at the Nightmare Factory in Atlanta under QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes. So he only knows a clothesline. He knows basic moves.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Under QT and Cody?
He's part of the Nightmare Factory. He hasn't even they literally
Factory. Isn't that a banner under AEW, or is that just Cody's thing by
Cody.
itself?
That's just Cody's thing.
So Cody's still training AEW wrestlers while he's with WWE. They're okay with that?
Yeah, I think they.
That's interesting.
I think it's
I don't
Cody.
think it's a problem.
Cody isn't doing anything. They use the name. I think it's basically QT's school. It's just Cody's funding it.
If Cody's involved in it, I don't think it's a problem. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like that's interesting that would be allowed by them because they're pretty strict about shit like that.
Like I follow.
Not really, because they allow NFTs now.
Yeah, they allow them to do third party stuff now.
They do. Yeah, I don't do the NFTs. Fuck the. God damn it. But so yeah.
So dude doesn't even know how to wrestle.
Man.
So it doesn't even make any sense that he attacked Joe.
They did this just to have him either not show up for the next few months, or he's going to show up and throw a really bad clothesline every now and then
and hurt himself. This
isn't like Wardlow, you know what I mean?
Or hurt Joe,
where like Joe, who is very injury prone at this point. It's risky. I don't like it.
It's not smart.
I feel bad. I feel bad for what's the guy's Satnam Singh. I feel bad for him because
I know who that is. It's Satnam Singh.
I know who that is.
You're the only one who knows, Tony. You're the only one.
And it sucks.
That name. I'm sorry. The way Tony Schiavone says it, it sounds like it should be I don't know. It just sounds with Tony saying it like so. With so much emphasis, like it's supposed to be the biggest name we have ever heard in our entire lives. Like
it's Satnam Singh.
Like it's fucking Michael Jackson coming back from the fucking dead or some shit. Like we're supposed to be like I don't know. I was first off when I saw my man, I said, "That's a big motherfucker." I said,
he's a legit 7'2".
And I'm like, but the first thing I thought of is, where the fuck is he gonna fit?
And they like big Cass or big Cass. He's 7 foot tall. He's only 6'8". This dude is a legit 7'2".
And my thing is, where are they gonna fit him? Where is he gonna fit in? Because look what they're doing to all the big guys right now.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't know what you do. Like this is just it feels WWE.
Hold on, we missed on one part. My boy got a hometown win yesterday. My boy Ricky Starks, baby, got a hometown win yesterday.
Yeah,
so, you know what I just found out about whatever his name is, Satnam Singh?
Yes.
So he was drafted 52nd overall. That's in the second round, so that already tells you he ain't really worth a damn. That's not true. Yeah, there are some people that are drafted in the second, but he proved his second roundness. This is their answer to Veer. Singh was also featured in a 1-hour documentary on Netflix in January 2017 titled One in a Billion. The doc covered Singh's life and his journey to the NBA. Veer is the $1 million arm.
Oh boy!
This is their answer to
The
Veer.
answer.
And they're supposed to have
Well, Steve-
a market in Southeast Asia that they're trying to build up too, aren't they? Especially
Yep.
since
They are.
they're with
That's-
that
Reportedly,
Warner.
that's why they did this. Reportedly, this
He
is the reason
signed-
why.
This dude signed with AEW all the way back in September. So since September, he has supposedly been training. And this
At
was
what?
his debut.
Training
And
at
he
doing
was
what?
ass.
Training what?
But
Training what?
I'm just surprised at how this is the kind of thing like AEW fans and wrestlers are like. This is exactly what they do. Like this is what WWE does, what the machine does. It's the most WWE thing I've ever seen them do, and I'm just amazed at it. It just made no sense. I'm gonna tell you this: my nephews are gonna be really big fans of that guy because they love Omos. They love tall wrestlers.
They just love the bit dudes.
They like giant monsters. That's what it is.
So they're gonna see that guy and instantly become a fan. Which, you know what? Cool. Again, like I said before earlier in the show, I'm gonna try to be positive.
Just don't be
We'll see what
mad
happens.
when you play the video game and you wonder why he ain't got no move.
How come I can lose a clothesline and a boot?
You're gonna be wondering why he's stuck in the corner for corner 3 all day long. Corner 3. That's how he's gonna be looking all day long.
Right.
So okay, so that's the end of the downright. Really, mostly good show. Really great ending match. Really, really wasted our time on the overrun.
Yeah, that was a waste of an overrun.
Also, Jay Lethal was 0-5 on live TV. It's something that someone just shared.
Yeah,
Which
threw that in
is
there.
Wild.
0-5, 150 days, I think. 0-5 on national TV.
But he's got a positive record.
Of
He's got a
38
positive
and 5.
record. Mhm.
38 and 5.
He's great on YouTube, y'all.
On Dark, he's fighting people that aren't supposed to be on his level. So
Hold on. We didn't talk about. I mentioned that I was a fan of this person, but we didn't talk about what made me a fan of this person. That kind of put me over this week.
Oh, Danhausen.
Danhausen had an interaction with the Black
BCC.
Oh.
Blackpool Combat Club. Blackpool Combat Club. He had an intervention.
I thought you said the Black Woo Combat Club.
I said Blackpool, bro. Blackpool, man.
Black Woo.
They need to just go ahead and put a P in that. BPCC.
Nah, it's just
Right.
like thinking about Mox saying Wu-Tang, nothing to fuck with.
Wu-Tang is for the
Mox?
kids.
Mox?
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
And that's how Eddie Kingston gets right back in the swing.
And then Danhausen put a curse on William Regal, and William Regal had to beg for the curse to be lifted. William Regal hit him with the shimmies. And I said,
like, I curse him.
I curse him.
Fine. You're uncursed.
You're uncursed.
Did you see why he cursed him?
Because he wouldn't give him his jacket and shoes.
Yeah.
Danhausen is so friendly.
Dude,
he's so friendly. He's just so weird.
I like Danhausen so much. And it's weird because, I hate other things that are kind of
hated it.
Stupid, but I love Danhausen so damn much.
I
don't like Orange Cassidy.
I was getting ready to say, you don't like Orange Cassidy, but you fucking like Danhausen.
Because Orange Cassidy's joke is one joke he does repeatedly over and over with no change.
Danhausen curses people.
Danhausen does more than that. You'll see.
Oh yeah, he has a bag of teeth. I forgot about that.
And he gets on the apron and they play that song. And then at the end of it, when it's like tequila, he kicks him in the face. It's great. It's good. He, and the way he talks, like, it's all great shit. It's all funny. Orange Cassidy is just like it's that, and that has not changed in the 3 years I've seen him wrestle. It has not gotten any better. It has not evolved. It's the same thing for 3 years.
You're a fucking hater.
And Loki hasn't benefited him either.
I'm a hater.
You're a hater. Shut the fuck up. Mute yourself.
No.
Mute yourself.
Anyway, back to anything else we got to talk about this week? Impact has had a good ass show. Y'all need to watch that if y'all can.
We got Usos versus
I don't know more.
Usos versus Rated. I'll keep calling him that. RK Bro.
That too, Reggie. His interaction with my boy Hook. Yo, I told you, I'm a Hook fan, man. I don't know why I like that kid, man. Plus I seen my man in a strip club getting a dance, bro. Getting it like
he had Trey Young going.
The ad. Yo, I fucks with Hook.
When he walked by that trash can and just dumped the chips, and Danhausen stood out and was like, "This is where he gets his powers." Barbecue. I like it. What the fuck is this? But you can't not laugh at it. Like it's just funny. It's funny.
I hate you so much. I hate that I like Danhausen now. I hate this shit.
Dude,
I hate this with a passion.
I can't believe that you decided to skip the LA Knight bandwagon and decided to jump on the Danhausen wagon. That's
because Danhausen is more viable of a character. Okay.
He doesn't like LA Knight, baby.
I can appreciate Danhausen a lot more than I can LA Knight. Okay, I can appreciate that.
I can't. Well, the funniest part about the Danhausen thing is I've heard him. He did some interview and they said, "So why did you do this like Danhausen gimmick?" And he said, "Makes me money. This is the most successful I've ever been as a wrestler. So I'm just gonna keep doing it until I don't make any money."
When you told me that, I was just like, I can respect it. I can't be.
Right.
I
can respect that. I can respect that.
Because I've always, so I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. And then when you said that, he was like, well, this is the most money it's ever made me. You know what? I ain't got nothing. I'm not even gonna complain.
You know what?
I can't.
If it's making you that much money, I'm gonna sit here and shut the fuck up. Because obviously there's people like, hey, it ain't my cup of tea, but it's making you a shit ton of money. So keep it up. Eventually, I'll see it. I'll see what is funny.
I'll never get mad if someone try to make money. I'll never get mad.
You know what?
Whatever.
You know what, Danhausen? You've risen a whole lot in my stock with that right there.
That?
I can't. Just because of that, I can't knock you, bro. Like, yo, it's putting bread in my pocket. Oh, more or less. Say less. Say less, bro.
Is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
The only thing, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Pretty easy week news wise. Was Tammy Stitch last week or this week?
That was last week.
Last week. Okay, so we covered that.
Big news this week was we're getting a UK pay-per-view, main roster pay-per-view this summer. So
that's gonna be cool.
So anybody overseas, anybody in Wales, Cardiff.
Hey, my daughter's about to be over there. Well, not in Wales. She's about to be in London.
Well, tell her to go over there and get us some footage.
She can watch the network.
Right.
She can't watch the network.
Too bad I cut that shit off. She ain't got no more login.
That's a damn shame.
I cut that some bitch off. I was like, yo, I even deleted the app. That shit hurt me. I played Boys to Men in the background when I deleted the app.
I accidentally updated it and it killed off the WWE network junk as soon as you updated it.
Yeah, I tried to do the VPN thing, and then they cut that off. So
Reggie wants us to talk about Swerve's moonsault off of Keith Lee.
So Swerve, I saw Swerve do that off a fan once.
Yeah.
I always think of Seth Rollins doing it off of the dude.
Oh, the fat guy?
Bro. Yeah. I will say this. Swerve's style does fit better with AEW right now.
Yeah, he gets
His
more
style
freedom.
his style does fit better with AEW right now. Keith Lee, unfortunately, Keith, you're in the same boat you were in WWE right now.
Keith really should have been a home run at WWE. I'll never understand what the fuck happened there. I'll never. Keith should have been a home run. Keith should have been
From the
instant
time
success.
him and Roman did that fist bump, that should have been it.
But for some reason, he got that main roster, and it just fell apart instantly. And it just because really, I think he fits there more than he fits AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
He would be
I think-
perfect on Raw right now, or even SmackDown, because I mean SmackDown would benefit from him because they don't got nobody. They just got Drew.
Listen, Bobby Lashley is considered a top face right now for Raw. That shows you that Keith Lee could benefit right now.
But you know, it's a shame.
But
It's a shame.
I think,
But anyway, yeah, I think that's it.
yeah, Mongo, you gonna do the Twitter handles this week, Mongo, because you have a very interesting Twitter handle.
My Twitter handle didn't change, so it's fine.
I was about to say,
Please follow us at Twitch. You want me to read this really?
No,
Twitch.tv.
please follow us at twitch.tv/under the ring pod and facebook.com/
I was like, you trying to kill Mongo. This podcast is gonna be rated X for extreme.
It's a damn snuff film is what it is.
Right. We gonna be on Lone Star. Man dies during the podcast.
That's what you get from muting my mic, motherfucker.
Other podcast host taunts him in death. Third host watches.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to please follow us. We're going to be here every week around 8:30ish.
It's either a Wednesday or a Thursday, 8:30 to
30ish
9
o'clock.
We'll be around.
That's right, Mongo. Follow the damn Facebook page so you don't miss out. And if you don't follow us on the Facebook page and you're not following us anywhere else, how can you get those pins that my boy Tito was talking to you about? You know what I mean? Listener of the show, please, brother. Freedom for happiness.
Listener of the show puts "breathe" dubbed over the video.
It's good. So follow us. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Follow us on Twitter. There's my Twitter handle, RockRibs44. We got Matt's the right answer. Matt. We got okay. Whew. Greg Bush. Because what I seen on Twitter, I was not repeating, goddammit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was like, oh no. If he think I'm doing this, he done lost.
I'll repeat it. I'll say it. I don't give a shit.
It's your handle.
Yes, Daddy Butt Senior, baby.
And you're gonna wonder what people are gonna think when you walk around with a BBC shirt.
Hey. If it gets us some new fans, man.
If it gets us new fans, do what you gotta do, brother. Do what you gotta do.
I'm trying to get paid, damn it.
I feel you. I feel you, folks. We want to get paid to make y'all laugh. Because I know we say some off the wall shit you don't hear on normal podcasts. So if you want to hear us, follow us so we can get more viewers and get paid to do this shit. All right. Don't forget about our other podcast brothers. We also have Mr. Freshbeard, which is Mike, who's on the chat listening. Thank you. We appreciate it as always. We also have Justin D. Baxley, our survivor slut. And go ahead, Matt.
It's Boreal Maliante, our boy Jeremy.
Our street team out there putting in work. And as I stated before, follow us on every social media platform that you can. So that way we can send you out a little bit of merch. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next week. We'll see y'all later.